We did that to ourselves.
You just hit the nail on the head. I had a conversation with my friend Brittany, her aunt Lita. She was at our house. She does like the decorations for all our kids' parties and stuff. So we were outside talking, and she was telling me how she was going to scale back from her business. Like, she loves doing, the decorating, that kind of thing. But she was going to scale back because it's a lot. And I was like, well, how can you do that if it's something you really love? And she said, because we put too much on ourselves. She was like, she gave me the example of men. She was like, men don't do this. She was like, for us, we were like, okay, our houses have to be clean before we can leave out the house. Like, she said, who told you that your house has to be clean before you can leave out? Like, why are you putting that stress on yourself? Men don't do that. Don't. Like, she brought that reality to me. Like, men don't do that. And being in business with my brother, I've definitely learned that from him too. Yeah. Because every day he has to go work out. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like, he makes sure he gets his workout in. And you will not call him. He won't answer a phone, a text message, like, during his workout. Yeah, like, that's his time. And I need to reclaim my time, sis. Like, I need that time.
Hey, you. Welcome to Shades of Content, a show that teaches entrepreneurs how to effectively use content to market their business and stay content while doing it. I'm your host, Patrice, a wife, a mom of 3, and a 15-year public relations and marketing professional who decided to open a brick and mortar content studio 4 years ago. And I honestly haven't looked back since. Join me as I share my experiences and the experiences of other entrepreneurs who, like me, are navigating this maze of owning a business, running a family, and trying to stay sane and healthy while doing it. I'll tell you, it's an amazingly challenging journey, but I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. See you soon. Hey there. Are you a content mompreneur, or better yet, are you a content mompreneur? What does that mean? That means you're a mom who owns a business and is on a journey to seek contentment in your professional and personal life. If that fits you, because that is definitely me, then you need to get your Content Mompreneur checklist. Tap the link in the show notes to see exactly where you are in your journey of contentment. It's something that I am just really starting to hone in on and focus on, because the bottom line is we have to be able to find that level of peaceful satisfaction, peaceful happiness through all of our life changes. And I'm on a journey to find that for myself, and I actually want to help you find it too. So tap the link in the show notes to take your Content Mompreneur checklist, and then shoot me an email or a DM to let me know where you stand and all of that. Here's the rest of the episode. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Shades of Content. I'm your host, Patrice, back another Friday. Always, and I feel like I say this every episode, it just always feels great to be able to come, create, and push out content that feeds me. I was talking about this the other day, like, when I do different things and everything doesn't come to me as easily as this show comes to me. If you're watching, you see I have a beautiful guest next to me. I reached out to her yesterday. It literally was less than 24 hours. Just whenever I'm producing this show, whenever we're working together to make this show happen, it just flows. And that's how I know this is exactly what I should be doing. And do I know where it's going to lead? Nope. But I'm in the moment, and I'm just happy to be here. So welcome back. If you are a mompreneur, you really need to continue listening to this episode. If you create content, if you own a business, if you have a love for seeing women, particularly Black women, kill it, then this is definitely where you need to be. If you haven't listened to the episodes before, welcome. I'm not going to do a lot of small talk this episode because I think we really need to get into it. Again, we have a guest. This is my good friend, Sharisse.
Hi.
Sharisse Barksdale Lane. I spent a lot of years calling you Sharisse Barksdale. So I had to, last night as I was getting ready, I was like, Sharisse Lane, Sharisse Lane, Sharisse Lane. And me and Sharisse go back since middle school.
Way back.
Like 7th grade, Walker Mill Middle School, Prince George's County, 12, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we were friends. We became friends in 7th grade. Sharisse, Patrice, both short. Like, we just had a lot in common.
Yes. People always thought we were sisters.
Yeah. Like, And then we didn't go to the same high school, went to different high schools, but stayed in touch, went to different colleges. Sharisse went to UVA, so you were a little ways away. I stayed here, reconnected after we graduated. And just like I remember having RJ, you being there the whole time, essentially. Sharisse was my maid of honor, like real long-standing relationships.
We're family.
We're family. Yeah, it's not really a
friend.
friend.
We're
Like
family, yes.
it's family. And we've supported each other through life things, but one of those being business. Sharisse is an entrepreneur, and you're gonna tell your story, right?
Okay.
But Sharisse owns multiple businesses, manages her family, which is indeed a business in itself. Right, like a whole job. And I don't know why it took me so long to have you on the show. Like, I don't know why the light bulb was like, duh. But you're here, and timing is, everything is working how it's supposed to happen. So welcome to Shades of Content.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yay. Tell our audience, just like, who are you?
So I am a completely loaded question.
I know, right?
I'm Sharisse. I'm from PG County. Born and raised here, like Patrice said. I went to college. After college, graduated, worked a couple of jobs, finally landed on a government job, worked for the government actually I still work for the government. So it's been since 2007. That's 15 years in the government.
Years.
Oh my gosh. And let me just sidebar, like I always said, I don't want to be a government employee growing up, like always, and here I am, a government employee. Anyway, so I'm sitting at work, my government job, one day, looking out the window, like, this is not life. Like, this cannot be life. Like, I'm bored to death. What am I gonna do? Like, this is not how I wanna live my life. Like, I don't like this job. I don't wanna do it. What else can I do? And the idea of a restaurant came to me because my family, they're from the South. They can cook extremely well. All my friends love it when my family members cook at cookouts, at parties. So I was like, let's do a restaurant. After doing some research, I realized the overhead for a restaurant is ridiculous. So then that's when I landed on a food truck.
Give us some context. This was what? 09?
This was like Obama's inauguration. I think it's 2012. No, it was the second one.
The second one.
The second inauguration. So 2012. So I started with the idea in September of 2012, and actually, I reached out to Patrice because she was doing her PR thing. I was like, hey, we need some help. So she definitely jumped in. She was on board. The concept was chicken and waffles because I'm obsessed with Roscoe. So we bought chicken and waffles to DC on a food truck. And Patrice was definitely instrumental in helping us launch that with the social media, because that was kind of when social media was really just kind of starting to pop off and people were just starting to use social media for advertising and things of that nature. And Patrice was hip, like she was on the game, and she put us out there. We had probably hundreds of followers before we even opened. It was crazy.
And this was around the time food trucks, I don't know if they're the same anymore. Food trucks were, because the city be hating, there's a whole nother conversation, but food trucks were literally building this groundswell of people were so excited to get food from a moving vehicle. And you were able to just capitalize on that. And we just took it and ran. It's amazing what we did. The idea probably popped off in August and September, and we were open for Obama's inauguration in January. When I say we ran, and we were pumping that crazy. First year. It was really crazy. But definitely, Patrice was really instrumental in that. So, I did the food truck thing for a while. We were really successful. You had a baby. Extremely successful. I had a couple of babies during that time. I had RJ and Roman. Yeah. I stole Patrice's baby's name. So my baby's name is RJ. If anybody does it though, it's okay. It's my sister. So I had RJ and Roman during that time. Which is completely crazy. I don't know how I did it. I remember right after RJ was born June 20th, and our food truck did the Smithsonian Folk Life Festival on the mall starting June 24th. My baby was 4 days old, okay? I had my baby in a car seat on the food truck trying to direct people and do this. Now looking back, I would never do that, and I would never recommend anyone else do that. But at the time, I was in such a hustle mode. I got to do it, got to get out here and get it while it's there to get.
just no holds bar. My first baby definitely got dropped off at my mom's house all the time. I still joke with people that he doesn't know who his mother is, if it's me or my mom. Like, their bond is just untouchable. It's crazy. So I did that. Then I had a Roman, and the food truck, is definitely successful. I cannot complain. We never had to go out looking for business.
Right.
Like, even now, people still come to us for business, which is a complete blessing. Then we kind of ventured out into the catering aspect of the food truck as well.
Hold on, I don't want to go out because there's a lot of stuff here, right? Okay. Had you started a business before the food truck?
Oh no.
Right.
No.
So you're sitting in your office working for the federal government, and you're like, this isn't working. The light bulb goes off, and you call. Like, I remember you saying, we're having a tasting at my mom's house.
Yeah.
With different foods. And Brandon was there.
He was.
Brandon is your brother / business partner / Also, Sharisse is a Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. Our birthdays are what, 11 days apart?
Something like that.
So I do know that there's this thing in us that if we're going to do something, we're going to do it. And it's not really going to be anything that gets in our way.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But like, you never opened a restaurant before, a food truck, none of that stuff. So I really do want to know, like, and you weren't a mom at this point.
I was not.
So in your mind, like, was it you'd had nothing to lose? Like, kind of, do you remember? Because it also was a while ago.
It was just, it was just the motivation to find something that I liked, that I wanted to do. That's really what it was. I was motivated. I was like, I need to be happy.
Yeah.
I want to be happy in my job. Because you listen to these talk shows, and Oprah is my girl, and you talk about, that inner happiness. And I just really, that was my motivation, to find something I really liked. And I got my MBA.
Right.
So I needed to use it. I needed to do something. And I had no idea where to start. I honestly hopped on Google, how to start a food truck.
Exactly.
My husband, Bobby, still laughs at me to this day because I went to the Barnes & Noble and bought a book that said how to run a food truck for dummies. Like, that was literally the book I carried around with me for months. Wow. And I just researched, and I jumped out there. Yeah. And like you said, nothing will stop us. So I definitely didn't have the money. We were young, like, I didn't have money, and what little bit of money I had, I was spending it probably on designer bags.
You were.
Definitely not saving my money, okay? So I didn't have any money to do it, so I definitely reached out to family members and friends to invest in the business. I remember one of my cousins who I reached out to, he was like, Sharisse, it sounds like a really good idea, but you don't know anything about it. He said, I really think that you should go and volunteer to work on a food truck for a couple of weeks, to make sure that it's something that you want, and to learn everything that you can from the business. And I was like, I don't got time for that. Like, I know this is what I want to do. I know chicken and waffles will be a hit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, no. And in retrospect, I definitely should have done that.
Right.
Absolutely, I should have done that. But of course, I didn't listen to him and was like, okay, on to the next. And I just kept going to different family members until we found people who would invest.
Gotcha.
So that was just kind of how it was.
Do you remember the initial startup for that? Like, how much you raised to get it started?
It wasn't a lot because it's a food truck. Right. So you really, I looked on Craigslist. I found someone selling an ice cream truck out in Virginia. They sold the ice cream box truck to me for like $4,000. That might be generous. It might have even been cheaper than that. It might have been like, I think it was only $2,500 that I got the actual food truck for. And then at the time, there was this place out in Leesburg called East Coast Customs.
Yeah, they're still around. They did Tobias's.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that they were still around. Yeah. So they did our food truck, and they pimped it out.
Yeah, I remember you sending the wrap. Like, I remember the logo. Like, I remember all of that. It's all coming back to me.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy. And we definitely reached out to family and friends, and we were designing logos. I was sending it to a whole bunch of different people, to get their ideas, opinions. Like Lombre, he definitely helped me out a lot with it.
Fun fact.
A lot of feedback.
Fun fact. You introduced me to Logo Nerds.
Yes.
You sure did. You were like, it's this company that I've talked about Logo Nerds on the show.
Oh, really?
And I remember you saying, girl, it's this company that do this logo for $27.
Yes, because you were paying somebody like $400 for a logo. I was like, Patrice, you're crazy.
Crazy. And I've been Logo Nerds, we go together. And
No, really.
And you were like, it's unlimited edits, it's this, it's that. And I'm like, what is she talking about? And lo and behold,
hello,
locked in.
Yes, they do it all for you. So yes, Logo Nerds designed the logo. They did the wrap. They did everything. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right, so you open the truck. I remember that inauguration. Oh, this is so crazy. That is so crazy. You open the truck. You're managing the truck. It becomes now you're doing catering. You're at National Harbor.
At the Tanger outlets.
At the Tanger outlets. Also working a job. At this point, you have 2 kids. Mm-hmm. Bobby has 2 kids. So now we're a blended family of 4.
4, yes.
4 kids.
Yes.
6 people.
Yes, girl.
And then, can we fast forward to the pandemic?
Yes, we can. We fast forward to the pandemic. The entire world was shut down, really. And our food truck was working with people, going out on the street, talking to people. How can we possibly do that in a pandemic? So I had to pivot. Let's not say I pivoted because I didn't change the entire industry, but the industry kind of changed. And luckily, I was a member of a lot of associations, food truck associations. So, we just talked and stayed in the loop. That was when, we really started trying to do delivery with like Uber Eats, Grubhub, that kind of thing. Also taking food to people because, people weren't at work going out on the street anymore. So we would go to apartment buildings, to neighborhoods during the pandemic, and let them come. We would take the food to them where they could just order. Gotcha. And take it back up to their house. And, they'd still staying safe, that kind of thing. So we did that. And then while I'm at home trying to order during the pandemic, I'm on Uber Eats, Grubhub. And guess what? I can't get any healthy food. I can't get a good salad for nothing on Uber Eats. The only thing on Uber Eats was Chinese carryouts, Popeyes, McDonald's. Nothing healthy at all. And it was crazy. Like, we would really have to get in the car and drive to Northern Virginia, to Alexandria, to get a salad.
And that's like 20, 30 minutes.
Yes, because I was living in Accokeek at the time. Crazy, ridiculous, completely unacceptable.
Wow.
And my husband and I, Bobby, we were driving in the car one day. We were like, hey, somebody really should put a salad place over here in Fort Washington. And I said, wait. That somebody can be me. Yes,
it's me.
So I immediately hopped on the phone, called my brother because I call my brother about everything. Like any idea, anything in life, I call my brother about everything. So I immediately got on the phone, called him. He was like, that's dope. Those are probably his exact words. That's dope. Yeah. I've been wanting to do something like that because he's in LA right now.
Right, okay.
He was like, I've been wanting to do something like that out here in LA, but yes, Fort Washington is a good area for it. He was like, I'm down. He was like, I already have the name, Greenbar. It was just, it just
alignment,
worked. It worked. It really worked. Yes. So we started moving. We really started moving. And I'll be honest, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, especially trying to get the location. Yeah. Because trying to work with the landlord on your own, it just wasn't, negotiations weren't going anywhere. It was hard, to get them to respond to us. I just felt like they weren't really taking us seriously. Yeah. So then we got a commercial realtor. Okay. So once we got them, then things really started picking up. They were able to speed the negotiations along. They got us a great deal over there. We we were ready to go.
Ready to go.
Rock and roll, ready to go. And at that time, I'm older now. I'm married. I have money saved up at this point. Brandon's older. He's successful. Right. He has his job. So we were both really able to kind of foot it and pay for ourselves at this point. Okay. So we did do that. We did reach out and get some outside investment help, of course, because one of the important things about Greenbar was we didn't want to put just, a regular old carryout in Fort Washington. We wanted to bring a really nice space, something that's super inviting, something, that's just deserving of our community.
If you guys haven't, so I want to give context because everybody that's watching this or hearing this is not like PG girls like us. So Fort Washington is where we're from. Fort Washington is a nicer area in our county, but it's, as you didn't say it here, but I know it's a food desert. So you have, like, my parents' home in Fort Washington is definitely worth $500,000-$600,000. You have Tantallion, probably. You have Tantallion where there's $1 million homes, and around the corner in the shopping center where your business is, there are literally liquor stores, a Safeway, even like the seafood place, the Jamaican place, they don't last. Like they're there. It's just, there's no food in a barbershop and beauty supply store.
Yeah.
And there's, like you said, there's not even a Chipotle. You got to go to the harbor, which is 15 minutes away, or like you said, drive across the bridge to go to Northern Virginia to get something like a Sweet Green or something like that. So the vision to put healthy food in a Black upper middle class community, like for someone not to think that.
Because for whatever reason, I'm not sure. I guess they think that we don't eat healthy.
Yeah.
Or they think that we're not a good consumer. We're not going to spend the money. I'm not sure why no one ever. I have no idea.
And as we get older, we want to feed our kids healthy food. Like, you can't give the babies McDonald's. Like,
Heck no.
not every day.
No.
A couple days. So Greenbar has its grand opening. You and your brother come together to do this. Your brother also works a full-time job.
Yes, he does.
His wife works a full-time job.
Yes.
Your husband works a full-time job.
Yes. We all work.
Everybody has kids.
Yes.
You open a restaurant. And
I got pregnant, actually.
With
you had a baby during this time. Yes. So sorry.
Madness.
Right. Apparently, I come up with my best ideas when I'm pregnant. That's what my brother said.
Well, that's honestly, though, that's real. That I've heard that before.
Oh, really?
I think I may have felt that, too, because I remember when I started working with T, I was pregnant with Parker. And I was like, I really just need to do something. Like, I have to do something. I don't know. Maybe it's just you're just connected.
Hormones.
Yeah, or
know.
hormones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. So when was the grand opening in Greenbar?
It was November of 2021.
That just happened. And Greenbar is an experience. Like, it's not
That's what
just,
we wanted it to be.
It's not just a salad place where you just throw like, whenever I go to my mom's house, I go to Greenbar. It's a great thing that I know the owner, but it's just a really, really great salad.
Yeah.
You know, it's healthy. But let's take some steps back. You have a lot going on. How do you keep it together, Sharisse? I'm laughing because you're my friend, and so like I kind of feel like I know the answer, but maybe I don't.
So I'm just gonna keep it real.
Keep it a buck.
I'm gonna keep it real. I get asked that question so many times. How do you do it all? And I usually just give a generic answer like, I have a lot of help, which I do. Thankfully, my husband, the kids' grandparents, they are amazing. They definitely do help me out with everything. But to be honest, like to be 100% honest, I don't do it all.
Right.
I mean, I mess up.
Yeah.
I mess up. Some things slip between the cracks. Some things I fall short on. I mess up. And it's not until recently where I've been able to start giving myself grace about those mess ups. To be honest, in the beginning, yes, I didn't sleep. I would be up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning doing work. Wow. Because again, I work full time. So I would be up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning doing work, and then wake up early the next morning, 6 or 7 o'clock, and I'm back at it doing work again. So not sleeping, just really stressed out, just always on edge, that kind of thing. And it just isn't a good place to be. So I will admit that things definitely do fall through the cracks just because I have so much stuff going on. I have 11 kids, I like to say, because I have 5 kids. 5 kids, a husband, my full-time job, 2 businesses that are thriving, that are successful, thank God. So things do slip through the cracks. And even stuff with my kids, like I'll be honest, I mean, people don't know this, but I'm telling your audience, your listeners right now. I don't know why.
They know now.
Probably because I'm talking to you. That's why I'm divulging so much stuff. But so even with my baby, Kobe, she is 14 months now. We took her to the doctor for a 12-month appointment, and she was missing some of her milestones. And the doctor was like, so I want you to get her evaluated. Oh, wow. Which was like, what you mean, He was like, I just think, let's just get her evaluated for language and hearing assessment and see what happens. So I kind of was dragging my feet. I didn't really take it seriously. I did talk to a couple of friends, and they were like, no, you really should do it. So I went ahead and did it, got her evaluated, and found out that my baby has some developmental delays. So that was really hard to hear. It was extremely hard to hear. They said, the signs that she was exhibiting, they said these are signs of kids with autism. I mean, it was hard to hear.
That's deep.
I definitely cried a lot. I cried for a couple of days. couldn't get it together. I blamed myself. You just go through a whole range of emotions. But after, 2-3 days crying, I was like, okay,
what we gonna do?
Game plan. What we gonna do? Yeah. What we gonna do to fix this? And the number one thing I said was, I have to cut some other stuff back and focus on my kids, focus on my family more. Like, I have to learn to say no. I have to start saying no. I can't do everything. I can't be everywhere at once. Like, I gotta get it together, because what happened is my baby is suffering. So, she has a team of therapists that comes to the house. She's doing much better.
And I don't know if you know this, Parker is on the autism spectrum.
Oh, really?
I don't think we've ever had this conversation.
No.
That means we definitely need to. That's shame on us.
Yes.
For not staying connected. Because,
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
She got diagnosed during the pandemic. I've never said that on the show either.
Look at that.
Yeah, she was diagnosed in May of 2020. And Ronald says that he always knew she had autism. I just thought it was a speech delay. And she's high functioning, that when we went ahead, because of the speech delay, we got infants and toddlers do that.
Yeah, that's the word.
But when I went to the county saying she's actually on the spectrum, she needs IEP, they were like, well, they evaluated her and they said she's fine. And I said, no, she has. So I say all that to say, getting your evaluations is important, because people might not see it,
right?
But as moms, we see it all.
Yeah. And I do remember noticing that she wasn't as fast as my boys were. So I knew that there were some delays. I was like, oh, she's just taking her time.
Yep.
She's the baby. Everybody spoils
baby
her.
Girl.
That's what it is. So I didn't really pay it too much attention, but definitely thank God for her doctor that was like, no, she's not here. Like, you need to go get her evaluated. So
do you think it's fair? I don't mean to cut you off, but I think as people like us, we wear it. I don't know if it's fair to, and I don't know if you're doing this, but to look at yourself and think that you're the reason why, because you were busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's fair to you, to us.
It's definitely not fair. It's not fair at all, but I can't help it. Yeah, that's just how it feels. I definitely feel like it's my fault. I feel like, I was doing my meetings, doing my email, and I would just plop her down in front of Coco Melon, because that's her jam. She loves Coco Melon. And she would just sit there watching it all day long.
Loving it.
But, because she was watching TV, she wasn't playing with her toys or interacting with other people. So she wasn't, that's how babies learn, by, seeing other people interacting. So she wasn't getting that.
And she's a pandemic baby.
Oh, that's the other thing too. I realized that, and I said to myself, well, it's not just you, but it's also because of the pandemic. She didn't go out. Stuff. There were no, outside interactions. Yep. Even still, we still kind of just keep her sheltered, because COVID is still out here, and she isn't vaccinated yet. So it's just, I do think the pandemic did play a part in it too. Yeah. But I'm probably 75% myself, because I didn't notice. I didn't do the same things I did with my other kids. Right, I was busy. Yeah. So, like I said, she's definitely gotten better. We've cut the Coco Melon out for the most part. And I see improvements. Like, she's waving bye now and things like that. She still isn't walking. We're working on that.
RJ walked, he was like 15 months.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Yes. I didn't know that either.
And look at him now.
Right, so
RJ's here. My oldest son is here, guys. That's why I'm referring to him so much.
Yeah, so I definitely, I'm not beating myself up about it as much. Like I said, I cried for those beginning days, and I was like, what's the plan? What's the game plan? We have a super supportive family. Like I said, we're in the infants and toddlers things. Yep. They're helping out tremendously. They have a little app. They have a Facebook group. I'm in it. Like, I'm all in it. Too. I'm getting, I am now. I'm getting everything, everything that she needs. Like, we're on it. So all that to say, I'm not doing it all. Like, it might look like that from the outside in, but I'm definitely not. Yeah. But I've just learned that those things that fall through the cracks, or those things I have to say no to, like, it's okay.
It's okay. The
world goes on. They might miss a Boy Scout meeting here. They might miss a party they were supposed to go to.
Right.
It's okay. It is completely fine. And I know that there are some people in my life, who aren't used to me saying no, or who aren't used to me going the extra mile. And it's a hard adjustment for them, but I have to do it.
You got to put yourself first.
You have to, because I realize, I have the most amazing husband in the world. And I know that if my husband could, like, he would give me the moon. It would literally be in my backyard if he could do it. But he can't take care of me the way I take care of me. You know what I mean? Like, he can't, like, put my rest, or
he can't
because even as much as he loves me, as much as he tries, there's still stuff that he wants from me too. So, okay, I gotta look out for me. Like I gotta put myself first. So it just is what it is, and I'm learning that. I'm still, it's a work in progress, but it's definitely something that I have learned. So no, I don't do it all.
It's a work in progress. I think also it could offend people. Like you said it, you not being able to show up in the way that you used to, which is it's not a slight to them at all. It's just, you guys, you know what? I'm realizing that I'm about to fucking be laid out on this floor.
Hello? A nervous breakdown in the hospital.
And then what? And then everybody's effed, right?
Hello?
Because I'm literally not present. But then also I think something that I'm feeling now is I'm starting to say like, and not to say I was like the person that was doing it all, because I don't know if that was ever me. Maybe it was, I don't know. But I'm now starting to step into being me. I kind of feel like Patrice from high school, without any of the expectations, and just be and do the things that you enjoy. And sometimes I kind of be like, damn girl, why you wait so long?
No, I feel you. Like I'm trying to get there. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but when you first asked me like, who is Sharisse? That's what I'm working on. Like, I want to be able to give an answer about who I am. I don't want to be defined like mom, wife. Like, I need to be me. Like, I need to figure out who that person is. Like, I need to do what makes me happy at this point in life. And I read, it's crazy, I can't remember the name of the book. I want to say she's like the founder of the Me Too movement, and there's like a book of essays or something. Okay. And so in her essay, she talks about how, how she always, had a plan. So like, for example, like the words like, Black girl magic, or, thank a Black woman, things like that. We're judged on our output, like how much work. It's like, we have to be amazing. We have to be excellent. We have to do all this stuff. So she was like, she has to write into her plan, like how to liberate herself from doing that stuff, from putting out so much output. I read that. It was like a smack in the head. Like literally like that. So that's my whole trajectory, train of thought has really changed these last couple of months. Like that's what I'm on now.
Deep. I was just having this conversation, and I don't know if this episode will have released yet, but that whole like the Instagram aesthetic of like the soft life, and like I remember it was a tweet, and I don't you guys, I'm sorry, I don't know where this will fall, so you might have already heard this episode, I don't know, whatever. There's a it says like, Black women are sick of doing this, sick of doing that. They want to be able to grow their gardens and go to yoga and all those things. And when I read that, I was like, yeah, okay. But then I said, we doing all the shit that we put all this on ourselves. Like, yes, no. I know that we have been undervalued for hundreds of years, and we said, no, we are going to be amazing. We're going to get multiple degrees. We're going to own businesses. We're going to be the highest graduate rate. But we did that to ourselves.
You just hit the nail on the head. I had a conversation with my friend Brittany, her aunt Lita. She was at our house. She does like the decorations for all our kids' parties and stuff. So we were outside talking, and she was telling me how she was going to scale back from her business. Like, she loves doing, the decorating, that kind of thing. But she was going to scale back because it's a lot. And I was like, well, how can you do that if it's something you really love? And she said, because we put too much on ourselves. She was like, she gave me the example of men. She was like, men don't do this. She was like, for us, we were like, okay, our houses have to be clean before we can leave out the house. Like, she said, who told you that your house has to be clean before you can leave out? Like, why are you putting that stress on yourself? Men don't do that. Don't. Like, she brought that reality to me. Like, men don't do that. And being in business with my brother, I've definitely learned that from him too. Because every day he has to go work out. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like, he makes sure he gets his workout in. And you will not call him. He won't answer a phone, a text message, like, during his workout. Yeah, like, that's his time. And I need to reclaim my time, sis. Like, I need that time.
Hey guys, if you know me, you know that I am really locked into my fitness journey and just using fitness as a way to take care of myself. And while I do a lot of work in the gym, I also know that what I do in the kitchen matters. And I only trust Orgain, Orgain, with my protein products. They literally make the best protein products on the market. I live by my vanilla protein shake. They're clean, they have plant-based options, and it's really a great product that I end to use every single day. So if you're looking for a healthy, safe, natural protein product, definitely check out Orgain. There's a link in the show notes. And if you use my code Patrice, PATRICE9, you get a special discount. So tap the link in the show notes and take your fitness to a next level. Get your protein in. The link is in the show notes. Bye. Yeah,
we need to be more like the
boys
men.
Shouldn't have all the
fun. Hello, girl. Preach.
Let me tell you this, and this conversation is going on, and I knew it would. That's why I ain't take no notes.
All different directions.
I was listening to a podcast episode the other day, and I talked to my husband. I talked to Ronald about this yesterday because I feel like if I can say it about him, I got to be able to say it to him. And so I told him, I was like, we need to listen to this together. The episode was, and I don't want to say it wrong. It was okay. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because that might offend people. But it said, why marriage doesn't work for women. And I'll send it to you. Essentially, it was like when men get married, their lives increase because we step in and we take care of them and we put them first and we cook for them and we make their doctor's appointments and we do all that while they still do them, right? They still make more. They have kids, they make more money. We have kids, we gotta leave. I didn't go back to work after I had Parker. Like and I told the people that I didn't just stop working so I could build this business. Hell no, I got fired. And then it was like, well, you know what? I'm pregnant with another one. It makes more sense to just stay home. Like save money.
Right.
Stay home. We get pregnant, we leave the workforce. We don't get the promotion. But so that's what happens for men. Like their lives just become better. When women get married and have kids, we become half, a third, a fourth, an eighth of who we were. Because we give everything to these other people.
That is real.
And they don't give us shit back.
Absolutely not.
Like, I love RJ and I love seeing his face, but that ROI ain't hit me yet.
Not at all. I'm waiting.
I
can't wait. I
you
cannot wait. You can't even get a thank you from these little kids. Honey.
Well, you know what, Reese? My kids are pretty cool with that. Reese said thank you to me 4 times this morning during breakfast, so I give them that.
No, I had to teach my kids that they need to say thank you to me and their dad.
Yeah, like come
you
on.
need to say thank you.
So it's like, and I think our generation is really I think we're setting the tone for the 20s. Let me tell you, the city girl era girls, they on some other shit.
They're going to be completely different.
They on some other shit, and I gotta respect it, because it's like, you know what? No, God damn it, we just as bad as y'all. We work just as much as y'all. We just as fly, and the gender roles, things are. I don't even know if it's gender roles shifting because I'm not taking out the trash. Like there's things that I'm not gonna do that a man should do. A man should be the protector. But I also feel like we have to own all the expectations of what, like you said, what Lita said, of what we think we are supposed to do. If it don't feel right, if it ain't serving us, we have to let it go. We have to, because that is how we show up better. Me going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, even if I'm waking up at 6 a.m., even if I'm leaving these kids to go work out, that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
When I went to the gym at 6 and I was groggy, when I came home, Ronald was like, "Oh, you're happy." I was like, "I am, because I worked out." And it makes everybody better.
It does. Like you can't be a good mom if you're tired, if you're worn out, if you're exhausted. You can't be a good business owner. Like you can't give your all to your business if you're tired all the time, exhausted. So, I mean, it does make perfect sense. Yeah. Like, that's literally what we have to do. Like, we have to be the best version of ourselves in order to give our best to the things that we love.
And if you got resistance in your life by way of a human or negative, block that shit out, because at the end of the day, you're only going to hurt yourself. You're only going to hurt yourself. You have to serve. I say this all the time. It was on the last. You have to aggressively find that happiness.
Absolutely.
that contentment.
I agree. And the people, your real friends, your family, the people who really love you, who really care about you, they're going to understand.
They don't get it.
Like when I had to cut back, my mom, Sharisse, I get it.
Yep.
Do what you have to do.
Yep. And that's it. Period.
Everything else will be okay.
What does it look like for you? So what does cutting back, like, what is like the perfect day for you? Considering your kids,
I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
It's just a little therapy session over here.
It is a therapy session. I mean, I'm working on it. So, for example, I realized like I wasn't watching TV. Like all my favorite TV shows, like I was so far back on them because I was so busy all the time. Right. So now, like I literally close the computer and I binge watch TV for like an hour or two before going to bed because that's what's making me happy in that moment. That's what I want to do. I've always loved to read. I've always been an avid reader. Recently, I've been picking up those books again.
Me too. Me too. It
makes me happy.
Every 2 books a month.
Like it makes me happy to be able to pick up the book and read. God. And it was so funny because I was on the couch reading one day, and then RJ, he literally came and got on the couch beside me and started reading his book, and I was like, oh my God, he likes to read like me. So I mean, just doing just little tiny things like that. Like it's just the little things like that that are starting to make me happy, that I'm, making sure I carve out time to do those things. Now, the working on it. I need to work out. I need to. I'm trying.
I think you have to do what works. Like I do think you have to sweat. I do think you have to move your body because
I agree.
Right?
It definitely releases the stress, the tension. No, I agree. I do. I just have to figure out how to make time for it in my schedule. That's the only thing. But it's definitely something I do want to do. So I definitely think that working out, the perfect day, ideal day for Sharisse would definitely be waking up in the morning. Going to work out in the morning to get it out the way because that's when I like to do it. Coming back, being able to eat breakfast, man, not having to rush or grab a smoothie here or just being able to, relax. Yes, and have a breakfast. Yeah. We moved, and so we have this great outdoor space. And when we were looking at the house, I always envision myself like out there just eating breakfast or, sipping my cup. I don't drink coffee, my little cup of juice in the morning with a book. I haven't been able to do that because I've been so busy. So literally that's what I take the time to do now. Like the other day I had my lunch out there with my mom and my husband and it was great. Like it was just nice. So just things like that. So being able to have breakfast, then hopping on the computer, doing a little bit of work for a couple of hours because my daughter, the baby, she usually takes her nap around like 12:30. So once she goes down for a nap, then being able, to get on the computer, do my business, answer emails, take some phone calls if I need to, that kind of thing. But just for it to be leisurely, not like a rush, panic. Oh my gosh, answer this, answer that. I didn't get back to this person. Oh no. Like even my text messages. I used to feel so bad if I did not respond to people's text messages right away. Now, girl. You might get a response from me in like 2 days. Come on. I mean, it's just
like, hey, sorry, just getting to this. Like, because it's not life or death.
It is absolutely not.
It's not life or death. Yes, it's totally fine. It's gonna be okay.
It is, and I'm learning that, and I have definitely gotten to another level of happiness since accepting that, and since embracing that. Like it's a game changer. It's a life changer. It is.
That's deep.
Like I'm completely excited about life now.
Oh my God, I just love to hear it. I love to see it. I also love that. I feel like you and I are in similar places, just mentally and like spiritually. Just you can do all the things. You can check all the boxes. You can have all the stuff in the perfect life. Seemingly, people look at us and be like, "You guys have the great life, perfect," and we're blessed, right?
Absolutely.
Not taking nothing from nothing. However, not however, but in addition, there is nothing. It's the simple things that matter. It's the simple things that matter. And I don't know if a 28-year-old, a 24-year-old could watch this, a 32-year-old could watch this and be like, okay. I don't know if you really get it until you feel it, until you have the perfect life. But you know that it's not right because you're not right.
Right, you're not you. Yeah.
I think you do have to just kind of go through it to feel it.
Yeah, definitely. But also, I wonder if that has to do with age too.
True.
I really think it
Wisdom,
could be.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we're seeing it more now. I think my mom, who's 62, might just be getting to that point.
You think so?
I think so, because she'd be like, I'm not stressing. No stress. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, Ma, I see you, because it ain't that deep, sis. Let it go. But I look at my sister, she don't give a fuck about nothing. She be like, whatever. You know, but she's 23. It's a different generation.
It's a sliding
scale. It's a different generation. So it'll be interesting to see how these things manifest when I'm 60 looking back at the 20-year-olds, 25.
Yeah, a lot of it is definitely what the values that our parents instilled in us.
That part.
Like, I even know that about myself. Like, that's probably why I'm still working my government job, because of my mom.
Yep.
Because she's like, girl, are you crazy? You gonna quit your job?
Good old job. Good old government job.
Yes. So that's probably why I'm still working. But
and
hopefully it'll be different. Hello? And the benefits.
You're going to get a check on some benefits now. You're very strategic. You've always been
but
smart.
Actually, it's a blessing that I didn't quit, because when the pandemic hit, I was still getting my good old government check. And if I wasn't, I mean, things definitely probably would have been a little bit different, okay? So it worked out. God knows.
God knows. God knows. God knows. I don't even know how long we've been talking. Like,
oh, I'm sorry.
Could be a 3-hour episode. Oh, we got time. The landscaper is out there doing what he has to do. Sharisse, tell our audience more about Greenbar. What's next? You ain't really on social media. That's what I wanted to say to you.
She always gets on me about my social media,
y'all. But you know what, though?
y'all.
I thought about this morning in the shower. That's why I be having like my greatest thoughts. I was like, there's something to be said about someone who builds shit and stay out the way. Like, I do this content because this is what I do. Like, I enjoy doing this shit. Like, I could literally be like, girl, post this. Like, I find joy in this. I don't do it to like go viral. This is literally like the creative person that I've always been. Someone like you who is clearly a businesswoman, who's clearly building things, you building it and moving on about your day. Like, there's a saying, it's like you stack your millions and get out the way. Like, that is very like, I respect the shit out of that, because you just do it. Brandon too, like, y'all just do it and move on. And at the end of the day, you put people in place, you put systems in place to take care of the social media shit. Like, I might have gotten on you before about doing that because that's who I am, but that ain't you. You're you build those types of businesses and you live in your life. And I can't say that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Because you got a lot of people who do it and then they feel like they got to be the social media star. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe not, you know, but you just do what you need to do. And when I say stay out the way, I don't mean like in people's way. You ain't about all that.
Right. Like, I don't, like you're saying, like, I don't need like the validation from the people.
I just, like, you don't have to be the spokesperson for salad bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to be that person. There's other people for that want to be in the limelight, that want to have the press and all of that shit. That's fine, whatever. Your product speaks for itself. And I think, in my opinion, that's probably more important than the notoriety. Oh, definitely, right?
Absolutely. That's definitely one of the cornerstones of Greenbar is the quality. Yeah. Like, we're on it about the quality. Like, it has to taste the same every single time. It has to be the same. We always want it to taste good. We always want it to be good. 'Cause, you know, a lot of restaurants, they'll open up, they'll be amazing.
Yep.
Then a month or two later, you go back in there, you're like, is this the same place? Is this the same cook? What happened? So yes, quality and consistency is super important to us. And yes, that's more important to us than anything else. Yeah. I'm not sure why I'm not I try, girl. I really try with the social media thing. I try. I remember one time I posted a salad and you were like, tag Greenbar. Why did you tag Greenbar? I was like,
she didn't even tag her business in the salad.
I didn't. I'm terrible at it. It's just, I don't know. I try. I mean, I know I try. I want to. And I do think Sorry, about to get off topic again.
Okay.
But I do think that there are aspects of putting things out there and putting your life out there on social media that can be beneficial to other people, to younger people. So that's why I really do want to try. Like, even with us in here talking about the autism thing, if I was more vocal about it, or if I had put that on social media, maybe it might encourage somebody else to speak up about it, or not be ashamed about it. Even the thing that kills me, like, we're super blessed. We have 3 kids, birthed them ourselves, like super duper blessed. But unfortunately, not everyone else is that blessed to be able to do that. And I feel like it's such a stigma around women who aren't able to give birth or who aren't able to get pregnant so easily. And they don't talk about it. Like, they keep it to themselves. I know so many friends and family members who aren't able to get pregnant. And it's just like, they feel embarrassed, ashamed, and I hate that they feel that way, because there's just so many
people that are dealing with
that
it.
are dealing with it, and there's so many other resources out there now. Like, you can get a surrogate, you can get IVF. Like, there's no shame to it. If you want to have a baby, like,
you can have your
baby. Like, go do it. Don't be ashamed about it. Go get your surrogate. Adopt. Like,
there's
you
options.
can do it. But I feel like if more people were vocal about their issues, then it would help other people feel comfortable. I'm like, even I read Michelle Obama's book, and she put in there how she had to have IVF. If the first lady, I mean, come on, guys, like, come on, it's okay. It's okay. So I do think that there's also something to it about putting your life out there. Like, for you, putting out there how you were able to build this business, how you're doing it, and raising your 3 kids. Like, that's inspiring. Like, you are absolutely inspiring someone else. So I think that, there's definitely value in it too. So I do want to, I'm trying, girl, I'm trying. I'm trying. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying.
It's okay. Listen, you're trying, but if it don't get done, it don't get
done.
Right?
Hello?
We ain't gonna let it wear us down.
Nope, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
It ain't that deep. Okay, so Greenbar, more locations?
Yes, we are. We want to so bad.
Okay.
We get approached by so many people to put Greenbar, in their communities, like in the Virginia Hampton area, in South Carolina, because PG County is not it's not a unique situation where there's an affluent Black community without healthy food. It's literally it happens all over our country. Unfortunately, it's a nationwide issue. So we are approached all the time by people who want to take Greenbar to other places, but we made a commitment. PG County is home.
Gotcha.
So we tell everyone, like, look, we would love to do it. We can't wait to do it, but we have to build out PG County first. Like, we want to better ourselves, our county, just to help everyone else in the county. Like, I could go off on another tangent, but
it's a whole nother episode.
So we are focusing on PG County first. So our second location, fingers crossed, it will be in the Camp Springs area. We're working on lease negotiations right now with that. So if everything
ever want to come north of, before the episode started, we were talking about how I'm just I don't go back to where this is going to sound real crazy. I don't go back to Southern PG County much unless I'm going to visit my mom, because I've moved up north.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't blame you. I don't live in Southern PG County anymore either.
Yeah, she moved out the camp.
I did. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's another conversation.
Well, yeah, if you want to along this Route 1 corridor,
I know.
I would be your biggest proponent.
I mean, even DC, we have gotten proposals to come to DC. I'm like, DC has everything. Exactly. Like, what do y'all want Greenbar for? But no, we gotta do PG County first. So we have to help out our people first. That was definitely one of our goals or missions of Greenbar, was to help underserved communities, because, like we saw during the pandemic, it disproportionately affected minorities. Why? A lot of the times was because of our health. We have this diabetes, we're overweight, that kind of thing. So changing that starts with eating. You have to eat better, you have to work out, have a healthy lifestyle. So we just want to push that out into the community, to our families, our friends.
And it's generational. It's like, when you're able to eat good, take care of yourself, your kids will see you eating good. Like, I don't buy juice often, and my kids get mad. Our oldest gets mad at me. But it's like, if I'm sitting here drinking a gallon of water, y'all niggas drinking that gallon of water too.
We're the same way. Our kids drink tons of water. Like, that's all they drink is water. Like, juice or soda, like, that's a special occasion.
Baby. And if it's juice, it's this much juice and this much water. Okay, because
Girl, yes.
we gotta what happens. Our generation, I think we're having to reverse some things. I feel like our parents are pretty healthy for the most part, but like, if you start now, then these are the things that they're going to adopt and just live with. It's not even adopting, this is their lifestyle.
Yeah, and I also think it's important too because kids aren't as active as they used to be. So they're in front of video games all day long. They're on YouTube, they're on these apps on their phone. So that's why, it's really important to get that healthy food in them because they're not going out playing outside doing double dutch and jump rope. Like I'm talking to Alyssa, that's my oldest daughter, sis don't know how to double dutch. No, because they don't do that anymore. They make TikTok videos. That's what they do. I know, like it sucks. It's terrible, but I mean, like we're trying to teach them better because she can't do double dutch. She's screwed. Throw the whole world away.
Throw the world away. Oh my God.
But yeah, so like our kids, they love Greenbar. Like whenever I go there to work, like they're texting me their order to bring home to them. Like they love Greenbar. We're actually putting kids bowls on the menu.
Oh, good.
Yes, we already have the recipes. We already know the bowls. We're just trying to find the right packaging for it. Because I want it to be like, you go to McDonald's, get your Happy Meal. Yeah. Kids love it. I want them to come to Greenbar, get their little toy, their drink, that kind of thing. So we have kids meals that are definitely going to be popping off really soon.
Okay, I love it. I'm going to say this. I had the idea of after every episode, so the episodes air on Friday, and then on Monday, I would do a live on Instagram with the guests. I think we should do that.
Okay.
So
I'm down. I've never done that before, but I'm down. Okay.
I've done a lot before, but like never my own thing. So that's going to happen. So this will air on a Friday, and then on Monday, we'll do a live.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we'll do an Instagram live. Maybe we'll be together. Maybe we'll come to Greenbar.
Oh, that would be cute.
That's what we're going to do.
That would be really cute.
That's what we're going to do. Tell our viewers, listeners, how they can get in touch with you and or Greenbar and or Capital Chicken and Waffles.
Oh, right.
Your other businesses, baby.
So if you want to get in touch with just me, yes, you can definitely contact me on social media, even though I don't post that much. I'm at Sharisse Lane on social media. My email, if you want to get in touch with Greenbar, you can go to www.getgreenbar.com. Our menu is on there. You can order from our website for delivery or carry out. We're also on DoorDash if you want to order something if you're at work or at home. Just order a couple things.
It's good.
So yeah, if you want to get in touch with us directly about Greenbar, you can send an email to info@getgreenbar.com. My brother and I were always accessible to the community, to our guests, because we want you to enjoy the experience. So, his personal cell phone number is at the bottom of all receipts. So if you have an issue, you can definitely always get in touch with one of us at Greenbar. And then for Capital Chicken and Waffles, my baby, my first love, we have a website for that too. It's www.capitalcw.com. It's CAPITALCW.com. Our menu is on there as well, and you can definitely, if you want us to cater or you want the food truck to come to your house for a graduation party, definitely hit us up. There's a form online, or you can send me an email personally. It's Sharisse@capitalcw.com.
And we'll put all the links in the show notes, so if you didn't grab it, that's okay. You can just scroll down and click. Sharisse, thank you so much for being here.
Of course. I'm so excited that you asked me. This was
fun. God. Again, I don't know why it took so long, but everything happens for a reason. When I told Ronald that I was interviewing you today, he was like, really? So I'm just happy you're here, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank
you. Saying it on air. I'm very proud of you. I'm always inspired by you. And
what? I'm inspired by her, so no. Because remember, I told you, like, when you went back to grad school, that's what motivated me. I was like, okay, I need to get it together, go get my MBA. I did. I mean, you definitely inspired me in a lot of things. Even with finding my happiness, I feel like you did a post or something on Instagram, and I was like, you know what, Patrice? That's it. That's it. So so we inspire each other, girl, because you definitely inspire me to be the best me. So,
and the moral of that is like, we don't talk all the time. We don't talk all the time, and that's okay. Shit be busy, but when we're together, it's love. It's genuine. We watch each other from afar. We're always inspired. Evaluate who is in your circle.
Absolutely.
Evaluate who's in your circle, and even I feel like in our relationship, we've had ups and downs. people have come, people have gone. But at the end of the day, like the solid is gonna always stick, you know. And you open a restaurant.
Wait, I don't think we had downs.
Have we had downs?
Have we?
Yes.
When? Sorry,
She yelled at me when we were doing. Yeah, you was pregnant. You was crazy.
Oh
when
yeah,
you yelled at me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That was beginning years of the food truck were a little rough.
Stressed. But
it wasn't a real down if I don't remember it.
It hurt my feelings.
Oh,
But you were pregnant. It's okay. No crazy stuff now. No crazy stuff. But evaluate who you have in your life. Take care of yourself. You can do anything you want to do. You can literally make anything happen. And you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be a supermodel. You don't have to be a freaking Einstein. Like, you just have to, like you said in the beginning, you were motivated. You were motivated. And so I love you. And we're going to be on live in 3 days. So stay tuned. This is another episode. Make sure you rate and review the show. Make sure you subscribe. Share it with someone you know. I'm always thankful that you're here. And I will see you next week. Peace.
bye.
All right, now, y'all, don't forget to connect with Shades of Content on Instagram @Shades of Content and with me, Patrice Camo, @Patrice Camo. And also be sure to rate this show, leave a review, and subscribe, because that's actually the only way that we're going to grow. I'll see you next week.